And on a bonus stage today, we have the preview of survival horror game Dead Space.
Up next, James Torbit, producer of Saints Row 2, stops by for an interview.
And after the break, check out Warhammer Online.
And for our gadget of the week, we have the new iPod Nano.
And you best stick around for some Saints Row 2 giveaways.
All that and more on today's show.
You've reached the bonus stage.
I love it!
Bonus stage! That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, if you thought last week's show was jam-packed, this week's show is even more stuff for you guys. Every week, we'll keep you in the loop with new releases and reviews.
Yep, one such game to be released this week is Dead Space. I had the chance to talk to Aaron Younger from Electronic Arts, and this is what he had to say about the game. Roll it.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellyan responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura.
So Dead Space is another of our new IPs that we're launching this holiday. Coming out on PS3, Xbox 360 and your PC. All in time for Halloween this year, which is pretty exciting stuff. Dead Space really sort of takes the survival horror to the next level.
Yeah, it's third-person survival horror, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So in this, you play Engineer Isaac. He's on board the SSG Ishimura.
Ishimura, that's right.
Ishimura, yeah, indeed. So his job is actually to clear the space hole. And as you can see, as he's sort of moving through the game, he's got this really cool weapon, which basically allows you to strategically dismember the aliens that you find on board the ship.
I think the cool thing about this game is it's already as it is atmospheric.
Yep.
And to just like take the realism to the next level, it doesn't have any heads-up display.
That's a big thing there, Brian, for sure. It's one thing that's evident when you actually look at the screen itself. There is no heads-up display there.
Yep.
All the information is actually included on Isaac's back.
Yeah, so it's like that light over there is actually...
Yeah, the light on the back of Isaac is actually his health meter.
Life meter, yeah.
And the one on the right there sort of indicates his stasis. So whether he's able to actually pause the game, slow down time, and then cut the aliens in half strategically. This is a single-player game, story-driven, correct. But one of the things we always look for is that premium downloadable content. So it's DLC all the way. We'll wait for an update on that, but you can expect some additional levels to come through for Dead Space if you're lucky enough to finish the game.
Beautiful. I can't wait. Thanks a lot, Aaron.
You're welcome, Brian.
Of our race ends here.
And the game looks awesome.
That's right. I think,
awesome.
Yeah, you know what? The graphics are getting better and better.
Yeah.
And everything's looking so realistic. And when you play it, I don't know, like, I haven't had a chance to play it.
Yeah.
I think when you play it and you actually shoot aliens in the head and blood flies everywhere with the full sound.
Of course, man. It's all about shooting aliens in the head. See, the game is sort
and
of...
sometimes other people also. Like,
of course, exactly. See, the game reminds me of this movie, Event Horizon. It's like a cross between Event Horizon and like the Aliens movie.
Yeah.
And it's very sci-fi. I think sci-fi and horror go so well together. You know, I'm sick of the whole like me versus ghosts and like vampires and stuff like that. You know, horror is all about aliens and aliens and aliens.
That's right, because there's nothing more horrific than people with like 6 legs and like...
With a baby head.
Yeah, baby head. You know, and I think like the previous show that you guys were talking about, Conversion, right?
Yeah.
And like, you know, all these like cutscenes from the games, they're so well rendered nowadays. I think, you know, very nice.
Speaking of really good games, Saints Row 2 is a sandbox-style action-adventure video game developed by Volition Incorporated and published by THQ.
That's right. Okay, initially it was seen as a rip-off of the GTA series, but over and above appearing on next-gen consoles before GTA 4, you will find out from Saints Row 2 producer James Torbit why it's a totally different game.
Boom! And we are back here with our good friend Jim. And he's Jim Torbit, and he's one of the developers for Saints Row 2. Booyah, that's the game right there. Okay, well, Jim's going to tell us a little bit about Saints Row, and maybe you can tell me what exactly is Saints Row 2 for the people who don't know this game.
Absolutely. Saints Row 2 is, we like to think of it as the ultimate gangster fantasy game. It's a very, very large open world game, which it's really all about open world, high octane action.
There's another game like Grand Theft Auto, right? That Saints Row drew a lot of comparisons to. We were talking to Jim just before we started recording, and he said that Saints Row 2 is a much different game from GTA. Why?
It is. GTA is a great game, and it's when I played GTA, it's my feeling that it's about watching Nico's story and seeing his experience. Whereas with Saints Row 2, it's really, the game's about ownership over your character and over the city and over the environment, and it's about playing your own story.
Would you rather watch TV within the game you're playing on your TV? Or dress up like a cop and rob a liquor store? Streak in public? Join an illegal fight league? Or run security for local celebrities? Or base jump? Car surf? Trailblaze? Compete in demolition derbies? Barnstorm? Or tons of all new activities that totally kick ass?
I think when Brian and I were at the Game Convention Asia, we customized our own character for Saints Row 2. And we had this huge, bald, fat woman with facial hair. And it was really cool because...
Which we will cut to it right now. Boom!
And like it was really like a... I mean, I identified with that character. I was like, yeah, man, secretly inside, I'm
a fat bald
woman with facial hair, and I'm angry with the world, man. So I think...
good reason to be angry with the world.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Respect, you can think of it as a currency that your player spends to open up and enjoy the entire game, all the missions, and respect is earned through your actions, but it's also, you can increase the amount of respect you earn based, like you could in Saints Row 1, upon what clothes you wear, but now in Saints Row 2, it's also based upon what you've purchased and your cribs. Your character will purchase a number of cribs throughout the city, and you can upgrade them.
Well, what I want to know is that how do you like categorize like the different clothes and the points of respect? Like
what's cool and what's
the baggier
not.
the clothes, the more respect.
That's actually a really interesting question because we want the player to be able to make a character that looks like anything they want. We want it to be their expression, and they own that character. It's based upon the purchases that you make, and then you're allowed to make your character look any way you want.
Okay, but do people have to have played Saints Row 1 to get into Saints Row 2? Really important question.
That is an important question. You don't have to have played the first game.
Cool.
The story picks up 3 years after the conclusion of Saints Row 1.
Yeah.
So, okay, how does the multiplayer work? Like, I know that's different because, like, somebody else can join you, and then they can just join your quest, right?
See, that's the coolest thing about this game is like, most games don't really allow you to play the core single player experience with a friend.
At the office, playing a single player game is great. If you get someone in to play with you, it's the way to play the game.
Yeah.
The decision was made earlier in the project that anything you can do in single player, you can do it in co-op, and that created, there were a lot of technical challenges associated with making it all work. The players are not tethered. When you join my game, I like to think of it as you're coming to visit my city, or if I'm joining your game, I'm visiting your city.
Work together to spring your crews from the pen and come on down to Saints Row for some team-building cooperative gameplay. Bond with old friends in online gaming harmony with full drop-in, drop-out online co-op support and play through the entire single-player campaign with your cohorts.
Minigames.
Right, yeah. In Saints Row 1, it works the same way in Saints Row 2. You play activities, and now we have diversions in the game, and those help you earn respect, and you spend that respect to play through the storyline. That's right.
What's with the zombies, man? There's like a cross between like Dead Rising and like Gears of War with the what do you call it, the chainsaw? Because when you hit a zombie, it zooms in like, Gears of War style. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. It has the best soundtrack and you get swarmed by zombies, and you just it's a survival game. And you can play that in co-op as well, of course.
Beautiful, awesome.
On the technical end, varies from platform to platform, but everything you'll see on, say, the 360, you'll see in the PS3.
In terms of achievements and rewards?
That is actually a good question. We do support achievements on the 360, but presently we do not support the trophy system on the
trophy
PS3.
System, that's right, for the PS3.
But there
Why
are...
is that so? Are you waiting for home to launch? Or?
Actually, we just didn't plan for trophy support in the game. We did on the 360. We had already done those in the past. And in the future, I'm sure we'll support them. There are some things hidden in the game. There's one in particular that I can think of that's really unusual and hilarious. It's a bit of a volition tradition. I don't want to just give it away. But I would say that boats and watercraft, that's another mode of transportation that we've added to the game. You should take a look at all the islands that are out there. There are 2 big islands that have been added to the city, the prison island and the nuclear power plant island. But there are other islands out there you might want to look around. And
Okay,
so you heard it here.
Yeah, you can find,
Can you see it on the map, or are you going to have to discover those islands?
You'll just have to find these.
Oh, okay. And will it appear on your map once you discover them?
No, I don't think so.
Wow.
Are you thinking of making this into a movie then?
I'm not aware of any movie plans. I think that would be hilarious good times if there was a movie. Maybe someone out there would like to give us a call and make a movie.
Why
I
not,
don't know.
man? My next and final question would be about DLC. Downloadable content for the game, Like GTA 4 has yet to release their DLC,
right.
So how about you guys? Like,
we already have a team of guys working on the DLC, and we have a lot of content planned, and it will probably come out in multiple packages, but none of that is nailed down yet.
Okay. Thanks, Jim.
Sure, thank you
for joining us.
It was great to be here.
By the same niggas you used to party with. Shawty, when you party with me, we going way back, quarter to 3. I said, hands up. I'm good in the VIP. I got my hammer right here with me. I said, hands up. You know when you party with crooks, you gotta learn to respect the jokes. I said, hands up. Everything ain't cool as a fan, and shit ain't sweet as it looks. I said, hands up. You know I'm putting something on me right before I leave out of the car. We came to party. Looking at me, gonna leave out the club with a...
Okay, before we go for the break, we've actually got some
goodies, man,
to give away.
Okay, I know our new viewers lucky. We've got 5 sets of Saints Row 2 slingbacks, singlets, and posters to give away. All you need to do is email us at razortv@sph.com.sg and tell us in 10 words why the bonus stage rocks your world. And that's it. Going for a break.
See you soon.